focus. So, on number 1, we always start by doing a factor tree, right? So, factor tree 300, we always start with the lowest prime number, which is 2, right? 2 times what gives me 300? Okay, 150. 150 ends in a 0, that's even. 2 times what? 75. Now, 75 is not even, so instead of 2, I'm going to try the next prime number, which is 3. Does 3 go into 75? It does. 3 times 25. 25. 3 does not go into it. Skip over 4 because that's not prime. So 5. Yes, 5 times 5. Now, remember from yesterday, especially if you weren't here yesterday, so you can learn this real quick. Unless you remember this from geometry. Remember doing this from geometry? Well, I'm going to teach right now. So, check it out. Student, okay? Once you know how to break it down like this? Okay, I will show you on the next one. But that's why I really want you to pay attention all the time. All right, so, pair of 2s, pair of 5s. Now, that's just the number. Now, I have 7 x's, right? Student over there by the window with the phone in your hand? Nope, not back there. Nope, that one, yeah. All right, so check it out. I have 7 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's the question. How many pairs of x's are there in 7? Okay, yeah. Here's a pair, here's a pair, here's a pair. That's 3 pairs. So that's going to be x to what power? 3rd power. So all the circle stuff goes out to the left, right? So I got 2 times 5, which is 10. And I'm going to have x to what power? 3, right? Because we have 3 pairs, right? X to the 3rd, square root, and what are my leftover loners? Don't sleep. So, what's my loner number? 3. What's my loner? X to the 1 power, or just x. So 3x. What? That. So again, we break it all down. Pairs go out to the left. Loners staying on the right. Right? Right? Number 2. Now what's weird right there in front of number 2? There's the coefficient 2, right? When there's already something outside, I like to circle it. Think of it as a pair that's already outside. Okay? Now, I'm going to teach you how to break this down. Ready? So, you want to break it down. You want to think what goes into this number, and you always start with the smallest prime number, which is 2. Does 2 go into 96? No. But 2 does go into it. No decimals. What is 96 divided by 2? 48. Okay? So again, if it's even, you know you can divide it by 2, right? So 48. When I break down numbers, I like to cross out the old one. Gone. Okay? Now, 48 is even, right? So 2 times something. 2 times what? 24, right? 48 goes away. Sorry. 24 is even. So once again, 2 times 12. All right, 2 times 12. And then 12 is even, once again, so 2 times 6. Oh my gosh, and 6 is even. That's 2 times 3. Okay, so you bring it all the way down. Yes. Okay, now, we circle all our pairs, right? Have a pair of what? Now, let me tell you something people do that's wrong. Dead wrong. Some people want to circle this. This is not part of this tree. Okay, get that out of here. Out of here. Now, so we circle this pair of 2. Circle this pair of 2. Now, if you weren't here yesterday, the reason why I crossed one out is because you think of it just as one pair. So there's a long story involved. It's very dramatic. We don't want to go there again. Lots of sad memories. All right, but anyways, Now, we have pairs and we have loners. What are my loners? 2 and 3. They're not a pair. They're not compatible. This is friend zone. Now, over here, x to the 8. How many pairs are in x to the 8? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 4, right? Let's do that. Wow, that is a great claim. Why am I wrong? Okay. So we have a loner 2 and a loner 3. Now, x to the 8, we just said 8 gives you 4 pairs. Now, do you have to write it out every time? Hopefully you know even numbers is divided by 2, right? But in case you need to see it written out every single time, you know that's 4 pairs of x. Now, what's going to go out? 2 times 2 times the 2 that's already outside, okay? That's the tricky part. Don't forget that outside 2. So 2 times 2 times 2 is not 6, it is 8. Okay, so everyone with me still? I see some people not with me. 8, and then x to the what power? How many pairs do we have? X to the 4. Now what's left on the inside is my 2 loners, which I had down here, which were 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, now the hardest one, number 3, there's a lot of stuff outside the coefficient here, right? 3x to the 3rd power. Cool? Now, we want to break down the 90. It's even, so 2 times something, right? 2 times what? 4, 5. 3 times 15. 3 times 5. Oh, so smart. I'm so fast. Now, I know. So, do I have any pairs? Pair of 3. Now, there's 2 loners. Loner 2, loner 5. Now, x to the 11. Now, that would be a lot of x's to write. 11 whole x's. So here's a kind of a hint, kind of a trick. Perfect. So you all know x to the 11 is x to the 10 with an extra x, right? So half of 10 means there's how many pairs? 5 pairs with 1 left over x. Okay, so I'm going to circle x to the 5th. That's how many pairs I have. That makes sense. 5 plus 5 is 10. That's how many pairs with an extra 1. Make 11. Okay, now this is where it gets tricky. What's already outside number-wise? 3, and what am I taking out here? 3 times 3, 9. And then if I have x to the 5th coming out, and there's already x to the 3rd outside, 5 and the 3, 8. 8. Okay, you add the powers. 9x to the 8th. And what's left inside? Number-wise, I have a loner 2, a loner 5, and I have that extra x. Okay, kind of tricky. There's a leftover x, there's a 2 and a 5. 2 times 5, 10, leftover x. Okay, that was the trickiest one, so that's the worst you see. You'll be all right. So, with that said, yesterday's assignment, I want you to try to finish that. But first, we're going to go over the test from last Friday, which some of us are not going to like because it counted twice. Counted twice. So it's a test.